And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come. Out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
That's to Golden. He's got it right side. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Set.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offense coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Panther Street, Panther Street. Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Let's go.
Daniels looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Rig alert, rig alert. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. 4th down. Out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Play fake, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Good. 180.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Julian Blackman gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is what they have to tell themselves. Don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready, go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Hot step.
Now Daniels. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Viking 18. Cowboy 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Rig.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Rig alert. 19 Lions. Mustang 19. Ready, right?
To throw is Daniels.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught. Bgmcleod. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Real. 180. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get it. Next 18, 5 in. Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Daniels. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Buffalo 18. 65 cat, 65 cat. Ready, right?
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 52 yards. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
Three.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, that's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Thunderbirds are once again back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Ready.
Daniels going to try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
180.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. Pass caught. That's Golden. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bucs' 43-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Hey, check that. Check that. Cowboy 80.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 75 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Deputy! Cowboy 80.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Alert! Alert! Steady!
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. But just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready? Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Daniels. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Go! Crack on, lady! Reno! Reno! Hurt! Hurt! Ready?
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Thunderbirds go up by 2 touchdowns. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 21, Buccaneers 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
180!
Once again, it's Irving. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
13 yards on the play. And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now Mayfield. Open man, it's Palmer. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Buccaneers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Real.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
180!
Mayfield to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff here to Irvin.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as he's able to dive beyond the marker. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
2-yard line.
Set. Hurry, hurry. 180. What's that?
Irvin. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Open man is Barner to tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the 1st half.
On the set. Here we go. Cougar 19. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 18, Pioneer.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Second and 10.
Cowboy 80. 19 Chargers. Panther 11. Panther 11. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
Fires a slant, complete to Tolbert.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
18, right. Bronco 80, 79 Broncos.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. That went out wide and intercepted. Past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Daniels going to keep it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Yaya Diaby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Mayfield down. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Dorian Williams
Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mayfield on play action.
to the right side, hauled in by McMillan.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Baker changing the play at the line. They'll try and run here with Irving.
A little jerk.
And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
At the 8-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
21. To kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
97 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Third and 2.
Ready? Gotta be lying.
Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Get it! 19 Charger! 19 Charger! Hurt! Hurt!
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On the set. Check, check. Ready. Cowboy 80. Three. Steady.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Liking 18. Let's go.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Look at the big fella go. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check.
To the air goes Daniels. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Hey, Tracy Lions. 19 Lions. Trap 60.
Daniels going to throw for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They go play action. Mayfield. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. It's now 3rd down and goal.
Looking to throw. Fowler. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go street.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game.
That flag, that'll push him back 5.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
19, 18. Mustang 19. Reno. Say, hey. Cup 19. Cup 19. Check, smash, check, street, street. 18, Pioneer.
To throw is Daniels. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Dragon 60.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will be out of bounds well shy of the marker. So that's a turnover on downs. Great job defensively. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
180. What's up?
On 1st down, it's Barnett. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Bucs are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Buccaneers 49, Thunderbirds 28. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go play action. Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Big Lion.
Once again, it's Jacobs. I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. On the return, Johnson.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they off the gas a little bit, right? But now people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on first down. Barnett. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. They run the counter. It's Barnett. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deebo Samuel, 36 yards. And the Bucs have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now Daniels. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. There he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Panther 6, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7 Tigers, 19 Tigers. Cardinal, 18, 60.
Now they'll audible to something else.
19 tight, 19.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Back on 80. Cup 19, Cup 19. Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Pioneer.
Here's Daniels. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
First down. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Toronto.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Warriors, 70.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Second and 4.
79, 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Back to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Tag. Cougar 19. Trap 60, trap 60. Lions. Go street. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Rig alert. Hurt. Hurt.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Panther 11, Panther 11. Street, street. Let go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a